Hi guys, how you doing? This is Dan from Index Option Trading on October 14th after the market closed, and here's a quick look and a chart or 5-minute mini futures 5-day 5-minute chart. And as you can see, on Wednesday, we started the day off here. We sold off in the first hour and a half or so, 10:30 time, and then from there on, the buying started coming in here, and there was no stopping back. And we just kept on here about. Mm, an hour or so before close, a lot of pressure came in here, buying came in here, and it just drove these E-mini futures to 1089 high, which is the all-time high for this year. And we finished the day here. The futures now are trading about 1088, which is pretty good sign here. So it was an uptrend day all around here. It just didn't matter. The bulls were in charge, and they were driving the prices up and bidding the price, and it just kept on going here. It's a very uptrending day. It's a very bullish day. I would say the tick here, if you look at it 5 minutes, 5 day here, the tick had some extreme readings to the upside. 1149 was the high, and it was some very good bullish overall. Let's go back here and take a look at SPX. This is the chart that we have been talking here in the last few days here. This is a long-term trend line drawn from the October highs, and today, for the first time, SPX clearly cut this trend line and punched through it. As you can see it, 1092. This is an all-time high for the year. And what it means here is that we're no longer underneath this uh, downward sloping trend line that quote unquote was the bear market. If we sustain this move and we close, at least make two closes above this line, which I think will happen here very soon. The momentum is certainly to the upside here. The market direction is upside, and so what it means that if there is any dips here, they need to be bought, and the market should be bought when there are dips here. This market has got over major resistance here that could have prevented it going from further thing here. But if you look at it, what is interesting here, let's look at a 2-year chart on it to be very quick. And if you look at the 2-year chart here, if we punch through that long-term trend line that was drawn here from October highs, there's a lot of open space here. What does that mean? There is very little of a resistance here that may come. There's a lot of open space, wide open spaces here, and that can elevate this market in the coming years or months to higher levels. And we should be able to get back to any amount of level depending what the economy and what the fundamentals may drive on it. So that is the good of it. Let's take a quick shot at our favorite index, RUT. And RUT has also this long-term trend line drawing from the October highs. But however, it tried to punch through. This is a 2-year chart. It tried to punch through, but it didn't manage quite. And it really, I was watching the market. It just touched that trend line, and it just backed off at 623. If we close above 625, we have managed to do that. And let me just bring it to year to date so you have a closer look. You can see it here. We're moving up here, and we're trying to punch through this trend line. And I think many technicians or people watching would be also saying the same thing. If we manage to close over 625, congratulations. There's a lot of wide open spaces above. And let's take a look at NDX, which is a technology sector, and it has already, as you see, it has already punched through that line. So we don't have this situation here. But however, what it is doing here is now trying to break out from this upper trend line from 1754 and go higher. So the stochastics is getting a little overbought here. This is getting to be a little overbought here. Let's take a quick look at the SPY. And what do we see here is also a punching through that long-term rising trend line at 109.31. The SPY, if it keeps closing up here, we're just going into the higher and higher levels here. There is very little resistance here, a lot of open space, and so on and so forth. The volume today came in pretty decent, which is 191.4 million shares. The preliminary data shows a higher volume on SPY, which is a good thing and a bullish sign. And let's also take a look at IWM, which is the ETF for RUT. And as you see, the volume was pretty decent, 38.6 million, but IWM just didn't manage to close above this trend line. Here is a support resistance, and so it just backed off here at 62.34. So as the earnings sessions season is in full swing here, we had earnings from JPM today and Intel. Both of them came very good, and they blew the doors off the earnings. The earnings season started with a good note, and tomorrow we have earnings for Goldman Sachs, Google, and some other big names, which is I think GE. And also we had earnings today for IBM, so on and so forth. And if this earnings season comes in good, you could see these trend lines punch through and the market moving higher. Any dips at this point should be bought, and unless we see otherwise. So that is all for today in the market, and I'll talk to